I'm an Orthodox Jew, born and raised, and here are 3 things you should know about me. 1, I have good reasons why I generally don't grant interviews or appearances to non-Jewish media. 2, I have a certain way of approaching the dialogue regarding a lack of representation of different types of Jews and our experiences in Jewish institutions. 3, I don't believe that those who engage in racism of any kind in the Jewish community are aligned with their true Jewish identity or Torah. And that's why they do it. Let's start with number 1. Now, I am Elishava, an Orthodox Jewish Black American woman who has been an activist my whole life. Since my late teens, I founded Eli7 Designs, an identity empowerment brand, and the BJZ Squad, an innovative program that defies echo chambers, encourages coalition building, combats anti-Semitism, and uplifts Black Jewish American Zionists in multifaceted ways daily. I also often blog about modest fashion and makeup and showing that dressing modestly doesn't have to be boring. All of that said, oftentimes a media outlet will approach me because I'm a Black Orthodox Jew. With the exception of 3 very wonderful experiences, they unfortunately weren't forthcoming about what their true intentions were. They would claim that they wanted to primarily discuss my brand or my thoughts on modest fashion, but once the interviews began, they barely asked me anything on these subjects. They intentionally misled me. These interviews wouldn't come to fruition when I refused to give them the story they really wanted. Early on, I saw that they weren't genuinely interested in educating the non-Jewish world on the diversity of Jews, but rather looking to justify painting Jews as inherently discriminatory people. And I don't like giving ammo to people who want to harm us. They want to highlight the worst of the Orthodox Jewish community, and they appear to not have a genuine interest in depicting Orthodox Jews as real people, and are only looking for sound bites to take out of context for sensationalism. Orthodox Jews are demonized, fetishized, othered, and overgeneralized daily. Our portrayal in the media matters because when we are shown in an unflattering light consistently, it dehumanizes us, it increases hateful rhetoric against our community, and it encourages assaults against members of our community. Some members of the Orthodox Jewish community were experiencing in the past 4 decades what all Jews all over America are currently experiencing. You just never knew about it because we were never counted in the data collection by certain institutions that claim to document rises in anti-Semitism, which is why so many Jewish Americans were not ready for the October 7th effect, because they had no idea how bad it really was. You also never knew about it because there has been a poor attempt to even get to know the culture of the Orthodox Jewish communities in America. So what's the truth? Orthodox Jews are just as human as you are. We just have a different culture. We have rotten apples that cause problems just like you do. But the media doesn't share all of us with you. They only highlight the worst. Over the course of the past 10 years, I received offers from non-Jewish publications, podcasts, live TV morning shows, and even an offer to film a show built around me. The only thing I had to do was demonize Jews, especially the Orthodox Jewish community, and I refused those terms. I could have been living up a life of a fancy, schmancy paycheck, having my face everywhere, if I betrayed my morals and sold my people out. But I refused to do that. What you see me do now is a sum of my choices to do what's right. And I know that there's going to be some people that are going to be disagreeing with me and all of that. That's fine. That's fine. You know, you do you. But this is how I think, and these are things that you should know about me. But the way that I work is I believe in consistency, and I believe in keeping the same energy. And people, especially within the media, are not keeping the same energy when Orthodox Jews are doing good, when we're also doing bad. It's 2 very different energies going on. And also, I believe that the problems that we have within our community, they're kind of private. And random people shouldn't be up in our business because they can't change things. You can't change things in the Orthodox Jewish community if you don't belong to it. That might be controversial to say, but it's reality. And once again, not keeping the same energy. Now, if you would like to hear the other 2 things that you should know about me, this is your chance to like, comment, and follow. And then maybe I'll make a part 2.